In this video, you'll learn how to use Publish and Subscribe APIs available in the Particle Device OS to send messages to the Particle Device Cloud and even between devices. This functionality is available on all Particle devices like the Photon and Electron, as well as every Particle 3rd generation device. If you'd like to follow along with this video, you'll need at least 2 Particle devices of any kind. We'll be using a Particle Argon and Photon, but any combination of devices will work. Alternatively, you can explore Particle PubSub with a single device and the Particle Console or command line interface. IoT projects often need to share the data they collect or enable external systems to trigger actions. That's the I in IoT after all. To make connectivity easier, Particle provides a number of primitives in the built-in device OS, including variables, functions, and messaging with Particle Publish and Subscribe. With the PubSub primitives, developers can easily send messages to the Particle Device Cloud and receive those messages on other devices, in the console, or even in other applications. Messages can be public and available for any subscriber to see, or private and only subscribable from devices you own. Let's look at an example with 2 devices. I'll use a Particle Photon to publish messages and a Particle Argon to receive messages and light up its onboard LED whenever a new message arrives. The code for this example consists of 2 parts: code to publish from a Photon and code to subscribe to messages on an Argon. First, we'll create the Photon code in a new project. Set the onboard D7 LED as an output pin in the setup. Then, in the loop function, we'll briefly turn on the LED and send a particle.publish message with the name toggle LED. We'll set the private flag so that only my devices can subscribe to this message. Then, delay for a little bit so you can see the LED light up, turn it back off, and then pause for 4 seconds before repeating the process. Finally, make sure your Photon is selected and click the lightning bolt icon to flash this firmware to the device. Now we'll add the subscriber code in a new project. In the setup function, add a particle.subscribe call with the name toggle-LED, and a handler function named toggle-LED, and a My Devices flag to indicate that we're subscribing to a private message. Add the function, and take note of the function signature we're using here, which is required for Particle Subscribe function handlers. Inside the function, add a few lines to light up the LED, delay for 1 second, and then turn the LED off again. Now, make sure your Argon is selected and click the lightning bolt icon to flash this firmware to the device. With both devices set up for messaging, it's time to test. Power up both the Photon and Argon. If everything worked, you should see the blue LED on the Photon light up briefly as messages are sent, and on the Argon as messages are received. If you open the Particle Console and navigate to your Events panel, you'll also be able to see messages as they are published. Alternatively, you can use the Particle CLI and the Particle Subscribe command, and events will be logged to your terminal as they show up. Particle PubSub is a powerful mechanism that enables devices to communicate with one another through the Particle Device Cloud, and can also be used to interact with devices from web, desktop, and mobile applications. Congratulations! You've mastered messaging with Particle Publish and Subscribe. To learn more, head over to docs.particle.io. Happy hacking!